Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Rifleman First. Happy New Year. It's a beautiful, gorgeous day here in California. And today we're going to talk about packs. So what I want to showcase today is what I use for a day pack. So that there's the Condor compact assault pack. And as I shared with you in a previous video, it's really not much bigger than a student's book bag. But it's perfect for day use or for patrol, anything where you don't need a ton of stuff. And just for comparison, for size, I've got the 3-day assault pack right there that I would use for a camping or anything where I'd have to be out in the wilderness for a bunch of days. Alright, but today we're talking about the compact assault pack, and let's get started. So you can see that it's very modular and has plenty of Molle on the back and on the sides to attach things to. The pack itself is the the central bag, and on the sides I have a couple of canteens fastened via the Molle that are working out great. Those happen to be from Spectre Tactical. Okay, and each one holds a 1-quart canteen, and I tend to go through a lot of water, especially when I get hot. So in addition to those 2-quart canteens, I might throw another canteen in there, or possibly some water bottles. And then of course you see that there's a SOG Seal Pup, and also a pouch that holds a torch, right? A flashlight from, well, I'll show it to you. Alright, so let's get started. So, here we have the knife, okay? Not that big. And I don't like serrated blades anymore. And so this is great. I like this. The Seal Pup. Alright, then here I have an older style SureFire, not LED, but I wasn't going to throw it away. Perhaps one of these days I'll upgrade the bulb to an LED. But this is a SureFire 6P Defender with the the strike bezel. Let's see, I'm not sure who makes this pouch. Raine, R-A-I-N-E, Raine makes the pouch. So those are both Molle. And then of course the canteens. Now the canteens, I used to use the GI, the old school green ones. And I recently found these Nalgene canteens. These happen to be made by Blackhawk. I didn't know it was Blackhawk when I bought it, but man, these are awesome. So it's clear, so you can see how much is left. Of course, you can see if there's any kind of like algae growing in there. And most importantly is the fact that the water tastes great. Okay, the old school GI canteens made the water taste funky, and I didn't care for that. This Nalgene makes it taste like it's coming right out of a Sparklets bottle. Can't ask for better than that. So 2 quarts of water on the sides, and let's go through the pouches or the compartments. All right. So here we have a small compartment. You could put maybe some eye protection in there. But in my case, I've got a small thing of Camper's toilet paper. And I've got a small, first aid kit. And this first aid kit was big enough that I could throw in an Israeli battle bandage. So look these up if you don't know what that is. Those are really cool. And it's small enough that it. Oh, I also have, of course, some moleskin, and then various bandages. moleskin, and bandages in the first aid kit. As I shared with you before, I don't like big bulky first aid kits. So that's what I keep in that compartment. In this other compartment, sort of like an admin compartment, I have got a writing kit. This is from Raine. Rite in the rain. It can get wet and it's still good to go. And I've got a space pen. Now if you don't know what a space pen, this is what astronauts take. And what's so, I guess, key about the space pen, a couple things. One is it writes in just about any temperature that you're going to find yourself in. Conventional pens won't do that. And it also does not leak. And it also writes in any direction. So oftentimes I like to write when I'm lying down. You know, with a conventional pen, you can only do that for so long before the ink will stop flowing. The space pen is a pressurized capsule, ink capsule, and it'll just keep on writing. It's awesome. Totally endorse the space pen. So that's the writing kit. And actually in this instance I also have a small little knot guide that's you know, like credit card size, fits perfectly in my writing kit. This is an important communication gear because if you're lost, you might want to leave notes so that people know, you know, where you've been or where you're going. You know, rescuers, right? Okay, next. So this is just a cheap eyeglass case, alright? But in here what I have is my fire kit, my fire making kit. So I've got a Bic lighter. I've got fire steel. I've got a small little tin full of tinder. And I've got a cheap little survival whistle on a dog tag chain. So this little survival whistle has, of course, the whistle, and it's got a small little compass, and most importantly, at least with regards to the fire making kit, it's got that so that you can use the sun to make a fire with, right? A magnifying glass. Oh, and it also has a temperature gauge. Also, I've got a gun cloth, right, for wiping down you know, metal items, but you know, specifically like a rifle. And lastly, in this compartment, I've got a compass. Now this isn't my favorite compass. There's a lot of compasses out there that I like better, like my Sunto. Okay, this happens to be a knockoff of a Kamenga. Kamengas are very expensive, very hardcore. This is a knockoff I've had forever that I picked up used, and I wasn't gonna get rid of it, so I threw it in this. And you know, pretty useful little item. Everybody should have a compass with them when they're outdoors. And this is an old bootlace that I use as a lanyard for that. Alright, so those are the outer compartments. Next is sort of an admin compartment. So in here I have, you know, like some Snivel gear, you might say. So here's a small thing of hand sanitizer. Small thing of chapstick. I have a, this is just a bag with some paracord in there. Maybe, I don't know, 50 feet of paracord. And paracord is key. I mean, that goes without saying. And if you don't know about the multiple uses of paracord, go ahead and you know, look it up on YouTube. Alright, I've also have a Cliff Bar in there. And this is a lifesaver, okay? Hand warmers. This is really cheap, probably 69 cents. You see how small it is and thin. You can stash that anywhere. And if it's super cold out there, man, you will not regret having this. Put these in your gloves, and you will not regret it, man. What a lifesaver! And you see how much space is in that that compartment, right? All right, let's go to the next compartment. Here's the main compartment, and in here I have some gloves. These are my favorite gloves. These are from, and I've tried out many kinds of gloves. These are pig gloves. I think that means patrol issue gear. Anyway, it's from SKD Tactical. And look these up on YouTube. They're awesome. SKD Tactical pig gloves. You can operate electronics without taking these off. And that's the problem I found with a lot of other gloves. Things with touch screens. These will work. And they're great shooting gloves. Okay, a nice watch cap. When you're cold outside, this watch cap is invaluable, and you will not regret having that. You want to have a watch cap. You also want to have, when it's hot, a boonie hat. This one happens to be from Colombia. I've had this thing for probably over 10 years, and it's still banging away, doing a great job. I think this one even has some like SPF protection built into it. It says right there SPF, or pardon me, UPF 30 plus. Alrighty, next, Shema. Okay, Shema, self-explanatory. This is perfect multi-use item for covering your face, your head, filtering water. I mean, the uses of a good piece of cotton cloth are many. If you don't know what to do with something like this, definitely check it out on YouTube. This here is a GI issue rain poncho. Worth its weight in gold. Could probably find these for 35 or 40 bucks used. And never leave home without one, I say. These things are awesome. Gotta have it. And finally, in my main compartment, I've got a small rifle kit. This happens to, or a rifle cleaning kit from Otis. All right, want to keep your weapon systems operational. Keep them nice and clean. From Otis. Very handy. This could fit in a cargo pocket, no problem. And that's it. That's all I carry in here. It has a compartment for a a bladder system if you wanted to use one of those. A lot of people like those. As I shared with you before, I'm not a big fan. And see how much space you can use and how easily how well organized everything is. You got some great shoulder straps. You got a great sternum strap. And this model actually does come with a belly band, which I took off because I generally don't carry anything that much weight in here that would, in my mind, require a belly band. And that is what I like to have in my day pack, my patrol pack. So I'll keep this one nice and short. And man, Happy New Year. Have a great one. Take it easy. Later.